Justify Kentucky Derby winner Justify stands outside a barn after a workout, Thursday, May 17, 2018, at Pimlico Race Course in Baltimore. The Preakness Stakes horse race is scheduled to take place Saturday, May 19. AP photo, Patrick Semansky. Preakness Stakes 2018 expert picks Justify has earned every bit of fanfare he has received in advance of the 2018 Preakness Stakes. The horse has proven himself a true Triple Crown threat with 4 wins in 4 career races, most recently 2 weeks ago when he held off Good Magic and Audible on a wet track at the Kentucky Derby. Justify is a 1-2 morning line favorite to repeat at the Preakness. The only looming question in advance of the second jewel of horse racing's Triple Crown is, how do you bet the race with Justify 1-2 and Good Magic 3-1 looking like far and away the top 2 horses in the field? The strategy changes, dropping from a 20-horse Derby field to just 8 in the Preakness. Justify answered more than a few questions with his performance at the Kentucky Derby, most of which centered on the horse's relative lack of experience. But with a good trip at Churchill Downs, where he outsprinted its speed horse and promises fulfilled and turned back Good Magic at the turn, those concerns are nearly in rear view, according to Brian Zips of Horse Racing Nation and Derby Day Racing. For the most part, I would say that's true, Zips said. There are still some questions to be answered after the Derby, which was on a sloppy racetrack. I'm sure some horses didn't run their absolute best because of the surface, and there were some bad trips, but Justify proved he can go from extremely inexperienced to a big race winner that day. Speaking of a sloppy track, the early weather forecast suggests that will again be an issue at the 2018 Preakness Stakes. A flood watch is in place in Baltimore to Saturday morning, according to the Weather Channel, and steady showers are expected all the way through race day. There's a good chance Justify's Derby experience helps him again in those conditions, Zip said. The track is not a big concern for Justify, Zip said. Plus, he's a speed type of horse, and generally if you like a wet track and are a speed horse, that's a good combo. Often, speed can be even tougher on wet tracks. 9 times out of 10, if you've proven you like off surfaces, you should be okay when it comes up again. Good Magic is a genuine threat after his runner-up finish at the Kentucky Derby. He and Justify could very well be the top 2 3-year-olds in the country, Zip said, so Justify won't be without a challenge. From there, 4 new shooters have a freshness advantage after skipping the Kentucky Derby. Quip 12-1 highlights a group of 4 newcomers. After Good Magic, you have 6 horses who would be more question marks going in, Zip said. There have certainly been heavy favorites to come over from the Derby who have fallen short, but this race doesn't have that sort of feel, especially considering Bob Baffert's record in the Preakness. That dynamic puts an emphasis on pegging the right long shots to perhaps hit the board in Preakness Stakes betting strategies, even if they're not true threats to knock off the race favorites. It feels like the favorite will get the job done, Zip said. From a betting standpoint, I do look for long shots, and that means exotics, which means Justify as a winner and maybe a long shot. I'll spread it around in case there's a shocker. If it's favorite first, second favorite second and third favorite third, even the trifecta won't pay out well. Zips shared his thoughts on every horse in the 2018 Preakness Stakes field, including their running style and what must happen for them to be a factor. Check out his insights below along with jockey and trainer information and recent results for all 8 horses. Contenders are listed by post position with their opening odds.